Hello everyone, welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution 2 video, and today we are doing a habitat showcase speed build here in our AmberWoods National Park. I haven't been working on this park since I'm guessing August, September. Whenever the late Cretaceous came out, I put this park on hold, and the reason why is because I wasn't feeling with the park. One, because it's way too big, and at the time I had this tendency to fill in every gaps in this huge park as possible, and to be honest, that kind of lose motivation for me to continue, so I do other parks instead. Now that I'm thinking, you know what, we're still gonna get DLC, and we are going to get DLC, guys, don't worry. But when we're gonna get DLC, we're gonna go back into this park and try to continue, try to finish, fill in that gaps. But for right now, like the Amber Woods, yeah, it's a long project for me, and so I'm not going to like try to fill up everything all at once. And that's the plan for this park. So we're probably not gonna get a full tour of Amber Woods, not right now, but maybe we will get. Maybe I'll show some, like little showcase here and there. But as for DLC, yeah, Twitter. I just got on Twitter and a lot of people got themselves worked up because they think that Frontier has already gave up the game. I'm telling you this, guys, nope, Frontier is not giving up on this game. We're still gonna get more DLC to come. Just be patient, that's all I'm saying. But the habitat build is going to be another aviaries and going to have two species, the Homalocephale that you see here and the Maaradactylus. I do apologize if I pronounced the name wrong. I'm not good at pronouncing dinosaurs names, so if that's not the right pronunciation, I apologize immediately right after. So but we're getting those two. Oops, I dropped something. I don't know what I dropped, but we are getting those two. And the theme of this build is like some sort of rock, like the mountainous, rocky, alpine tundra. We're going for, you know, something like where these alpine ibexes would live, like right up in the Himalayas, you know, where like oxygen is very scarce, and you know, human, like the people, us cannot live in that environment. That's basically what we're doing here. And the Holomocephalae, I feel like those are type of critters that would live in some, well, I don't know if they do live, but I'm basing off some of these rodents or like lemmings, for example, that lives on these type of terrain. And then of course the Maaradactylus is a flying centaur that I never use. So again, we're using a species that I never use. And here's the thing, like we're asking so many dinosaurs and flying reptiles, and here we are not using like half of the amount. Well, that, I don't know, I feel like that's just me. But yeah, we're building the Holomocephalae exhibit here. Again, I try to make it less foliage, add so many rocks so that way they have places to hide. Here is the Maaradactylus and Holomocephale. So we're gonna have two species here in this aviary. Again, making a little hilly, having a lot of rocks, less foliage as possible, but still have enough where the Homalocephale enrichment. So like the ground fiber, they need ground fiber and ground leaf. I always add the ground fiber right next to the water, and ground leaf I kind of like spray it every year, but not too much to the point where it looks like there's too many, you know. Here's the entrance. Again, I have this tendency, like I explained it earlier, like if there's any empty gaps, I try to cover up with so many decorations as possible. So here we have a little signs, and that's something that we need in this game is having signs. We have signs, I meant like customizable signs. Like it would be cool to have a signs where you could write stuff and will say something like, here is the Holomocephale habitat, you know what I mean? You know, Planetzoo has that. So, and Planetzoo is a Frontier game as well. So hopefully I could make a video of that, like things that we desperately need in this game. So again, I'm trying to cover up all the gaps, and And I try to cover it up with some amenities or some shelters because I don't like empty spaces, but rocks work as well too. And here you're gonna see a lot of rock work because again, I don't like having empty space, and it kind of do fit the theme that we're going through, the rocky, hilly type of ordeal that we're going. We're gonna go to in game too. I'm gonna showcase the habitat. We're gonna bring in our dinosaurs as well. See how they like it. Hopefully they do. I try to add less foliage. That's the theme in this. If I add too much, then it looks like a jungle, and that's not what I wanted. But anyways, guys, this is the speed build. We're gonna get to in game in a bit, and I'll see you there. Hello everyone, welcome back to in-game here in our AmberWoods. So again, it's not done. Let's see, again, it's a huge map. It is really huge, but just a little tour. This is the entrance, and here is where the tour guide will take you. So the tour guide will take you all the way up here. You will see this grand view of our lake, and then the tour will drop you off here in our little exort resort area. But this is not the actual park because you have to go to another tour bus. And this tour bus will head you to the deeper woods and dun da 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 to the actual park. Yeah, it's a long trip, but the AmberWoods National Park is supposed to be, again, like it says, a national park. Nature takes its place, all of that good stuff. But it's not done, and at the point, I kind of lack it a little bit. What I mean is that I wasn't feeling it. Like I said, it wasn't what I had in mind as how the park should be, so I gave up on that and move on making other parks like the Mayu Resort and so on and so forth. But we are back in the Amber Woods, and today we are focusing on this gem. So this is the Homalocephale and Maaradactylus habitat. It's some sort of like again like the alpines, rocky alpines. So guests can walk here, get intimidated by the rocks, and their viewing gallery is up here. So we go in and they'll see the Homalocephale. I didn't bring in the Homalocephale yet, but this is their habitat again. I try to make it as less foliage as possible. I mean, it does have some foliage, but these are like the needs the Homalocephale needs. I add a lot of big rocks because this is the place where they would have to hide and find shelter. But the meat of the matter is the inside of the aviary as well. Homalocephale will also live in this area as well, along with their pterosaur friend. This little area. Yeah, I kind of gave up on this part of the area. I just want to add water. Couldn't add water in any of the place because I kind of lowered the level a little bit. So the only place I could add water is here, but the guests would not see it. So at least as long as the guests don't see that part, it's okay. But I'm trying to make it as like a mountainous, rocky type of shebang we're going for. So yeah, this is the habitat, and we'll just bring in our creatures right now. Okay, we are back. Our Homalocephale is getting themselves ready. But we're gonna release our species here, and we're gonna showcase that. So, oops, right here we go. So we have Homalocephale and the Maaradactylus. So let's go release the Homalocephale. There they are, scurrying around like the little buggers they are. And I'm looking at nothing. There they are. So I mean, they're in the aviary, so like if, if their space is very small, there's nothing I could do. They're actually, they're really big. Um, uh, but their food source should be capable enough. I have two different type of skin patterns, so this is more like in how do you say, in the more of the mountainous rocky environment, so they have this brownish look. The skin pattern, where is their skin pattern? So it's the Great Sandy Desert and the lithobates. That's the skin pattern for this Holomocephale. I hope they don't hang out in this area. I don't like this area. I'm gonna fix this later, possibly like, I don't know, when I have time. I want them to hang out here. This is where the actual exhibit is. Okay, so this is here's the other Holomocephale. These are more greener. Let's see there. So Champlain Valley and Pulcarana, that's their skin pattern. They're more greener because they're more out in the outdoors with a lot of foliage. So it makes sense for them to be more of the green skin than their rocky counterpart. So yeah, good, good, good. Let's release the Devildactylus. Look at these guys. I don't know, these guys creep me out. Oh, what's up, Cabot?
Maaradactylus.
Maaradactylus.
Based on an ancient legend of a chief's daughter. Her name was Mara, turned by sorcery into a river monster with long teeth that devoured fishermen. Change a few of the details and this could be my ex.
That was pretty funny. Wow, I didn't know that information. That is very, very interesting. So this is the Maaradactylus. I don't know. They look so creepy to me. I hardly use these guys, but yeah, we're finally using the Maaradactylus. There's a lot of rocks for them to like lay and say. I don't know why this guy is trying to find a place for them to sit. They could sit on rocks, right? They're going back into this ugly area again. Okay, the Holomocephale are still scattering in that area.
Delivery complete.
Could they not? They should move, right? Are they stuck in this area? Wait a minute. Look at. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to fix this really quick. Let's delete the. Maybe the rocks are in the way. That could be the problem. Let's delete some of these rocks. These rocks are big. Okay. There you go. Okay, yes, they're moving. They're moving. All right, all right, all right. It's the rocks is the problem. Okay, so hopefully the Holomocephale can wander over here and they could chill and have a great time in this area. Please give it a like if you like this habitat build. Subscribe to see more Jurassic World Evolution content, because we have a lot to work with, and hopefully you like the video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next build. Yeah.